My name is Ethan Gauthier. I play for the Sherbrooke Phoenix in the QMJHL. I'm a 2023 NHL prospect, and I'm coming on I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Mathieu Cataford, Halifax Mooseheads in the QMJHL NHL draft prospect, and I'm coming on I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Tourigny, playing for the Gato again, QMJHL. I'm an NHL prospect, and I'm coming on the I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Looking for the most beers on tap, great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B. Pub.
We got the best beers, steaks, chicken wings, nachos in town. Come see us at the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say Hayes sent you.
The #1 sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike. Never stop. I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike are taking over the podcast scene in Vancouver. Get down or lay down. Lay down.
Here's Benson with it. Oh, great cross-ice pass. Back in front, score. Gauthier to tap in on a pass from the corner by Riley Height. That took 14 seconds on the power play. And it's
So we'll start with Ethan. If my stats are correct, born in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm guessing when your dad was down there playing, and then you moved to Quebec when? I'm just curious, and tell us a little bit about your hockey story, kind of when you started, where you started, and now where you've ended up.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, I'm born in Scottsdale, Arizona. When my dad played there, he played, I think, 2 or 3 years back in 05, 06, around there. So basically, I started skating pretty young when with my dad. When we were younger, I grew up around hockey, around my dad playing hockey in locker rooms when after games when I went there. So it was pretty awesome. And like I said, it's just a family thing. You see my cousins playing in the NHL right now. My dad, my brother plays too. So it was a pretty easy choice for me. As soon as I had skates at my feet, it was just like natural, and I loved hockey at that moment. So I grew up here in Drummondville at like 6 years old. My dad retired in 09, so we came back to Drummondville where I live right now. And basically, that's where I started my hockey career. I played the MAG hockey here, POE, Bantam, and now midget triple in Magog. Now I got drafted to Sherbrooke. So I'm 45 minutes away from home, which is pretty nice, playing junior hockey close to your hometown. So, yeah.
Yeah, that would be very convenient. Family's there every game, then I'm guessing.
Was that?
I said it must be super convenient having your family there basically every game, probably.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty nice for the family too. I mean, I have the chance to play with my brother right now in Sherbrooke. He got traded last Christmas with me in Sherbrooke, so it's nice family moments right there, and we just want to enjoy the moments that we can have together in Sherbrooke because it's probably gonna be our last year playing hockey together. So it's a nice moment for me and my brother, but also for my parents. Like you said, they're there at all every home games that we play in Sherbrooke, so it's pretty nice.
Awesome. And Matt, same question for you, bud. Basically born in Quebec. Can you give us your hockey story?
Yeah, so I started skating when I was 4 years old. I had some skating lessons in Montreal downtown, so this is where I learned to skate. And since then, I really love it. I think it was my passion since day one. And after that, I did the same regimen as Ethan. I played mag, then novice Adam Banham, and I played my midget AAA year in Calais Chalamon. It's on the south shore of Montreal, and then I got drafted by the Halifax Mooseheads, and I really enjoy it so far. In Halifax, it's a real nice city, real nice place to play hockey. Even though if it's far from home, yeah, I really like it.
Awesome. And Jordan, same question for you. Born in Quebec, can you give us your hockey story?
Yeah, so I'm born in Victoriaville. I played since I'm 3-4 years old in Victoriaville, Mag, Atom, Pee Wee, Bantam, and all those hockey. So yeah, I'm born here. Played hockey since I'm young here, and now I got drafted by Shawinigan Cataract. So it's only 1 hour from home. So yeah, like Ethan, my parents, cousin, grandparents are always there at each game. So pretty fun.
Is there any other sports that you excelled at? Well, growing up, this question is for everybody. We'll start in the same order, I guess.
I played a lot of sports growing up. I started with baseball when I was like 5 or 6, something like that. Every summer, I played the different sport basically every summer since like for 4 or 5 years. Maybe I played soccer, baseball, ball hockey, played tennis, played golf. But right now my summers are basically training and playing golf. But when I was younger, I tried a lot of sports.
Well, for me, when I was younger, I played soccer a lot. I was pretty good, I'd say, at it. And at one point, I had to make a choice between hockey and soccer during the summer because it was taking a big part of my life. And I decided to choose hockey because obviously it was my passion. And other than that, I play golf in the summer too. And during the winter, I like to ski a lot.
So me, I'm like almost like Mathieu. I started to play soccer at the same time hockey, and when I arrived Bantam, I had to choose hockey or soccer because training soccer and hockey in the summer it was too much for me. So I stopped soccer at this time, and now in the winter I like to snow a lot, and in the summer I play golf and train.
Awesome. And this one's for all you guys too. Who would you guys say you kind of like mirror your game after or try and play like?
For me, I would say probably like Brady Tkachuk or Zach Hyman. I think I love the Brady and Matthew Tkachuk grit, like how like they compete, how they work hard, how they finish their hits, always in the opponent's face, in front of the net. But I also like the way Zach Hyman's played, like his forecheck, the way he drives, the way he always skates. He has a pretty good skill base too. So that's the two players I'd say I really look up to try to build my game kind of, and basically it's pretty much it.
For me, I would say Patrice Bergeron. I think he plays very good in the both end of the zone on the ice, and I think that's a really good player on the face-off, and I think that's an area in my game that I'm really good at, and I think just being able to participate offensively and defensively for the team, that's how I compare my game to.
For me, I like to compare myself to Charlie McAvoy, a real good defense on 200 foot. He can play like power play, PK. He's good in every situation. But like I like to look up at Kel McCarr. I think it's one of the best, if it's not the best, D-man in the NHL right now. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
those are all good choices, guys. And for Ethan, drafted. We already talked about it a bit, but drafted first overall in the Q draft to Sherbrooke Phoenix. Can you bring us back to draft day?
My draft day was in Sherbrooke. Actually, I knew a couple days or week before the draft. I had a practice here in Drummondville where Steph Julien, the GM of Sherbrooke, came to see me just because it was the COVID year, so we couldn't practice teams or whatever. So I was basically alone on the ice with the goalie and just like doing my things. And there was Steph in the stands. And after that, he talked to my dad, my agent, and everything. And the week after, I knew I was going to Sherbrooke, so they brought me up to Sherbrooke to make like a kind of a special thing, even if the draft wasn't live like we wished it was. So I was at the hotel, Times Hotel in Sherbrooke, and there was like a stage where all the league was, all the studio for the draft. So the draft, that was where the draft was going on, and I've been there. They brought me like in the morning. Spend the day there after got drafted, talk to media, everything was there. So it was pretty special to live that with all the staff and every one of the organization, even if it wasn't a real draft. So they kind of make it special, even if it was online draft. So it was pretty nice.
Oh, that is pretty nice. That is pretty nice because obviously that 1 year sucked. You guys missed that draft. And for Matt here, I drafted 6th overall to the Halifax Mooseheads. Can you bring us back to draft day for you?
Yeah, all day was really. I would say I was anxious, but like I was really waiting for that moment to come. And even there, I didn't even know where I was going to go. So I knew Drummondville had a lot of interest in me at 2nd overall, and Halifax too. But between them two teams, I didn't really know what was going to happen. So it was a really nice day. We had a really good setup outside my backyard with all my family, and it was a really good moment that I will remember for the rest of my life.
For sure you will. And Jordan, drafted 9th overall in the Q draft. Can you bring us back to draft day for you, for the Cataracts?
Like Matt, I was stressed the whole day. I didn't know where I was going, but like all my family, my brothers, my close friends, grandparents, cousin were all there. We set up like TV and couches outside, so we were all waiting there outside. It was moment amazing. It wasn't like in the real life. I was there like when my brother got drafted, so it was different, but it's a great moment, and I remember it like for the rest of my life.
And I can finally get a question in here now that Mike's not talking on his ass off. What's one aspect of your game you're looking to improve on, and how?
For me, I'd say probably my skating. When I was younger, I was always one of the fastest skaters on my team and everything. And growing up, playing higher levels, I saw like other guys just improving their skating and stuff. And I maybe have like the physical aspect that I kind of have maybe an edge on people. But I think one thing I really want to improve is my skating in short areas, just like fakes and like tight turns and stuff like that. It's something I've been working on the 2 last summers, and I think it's something important if you want to play pro hockey one day. I think the game is just way faster than it was back in the years of my dad, for example. So I think it's an aspect that every player wants to improve right now.
Yeah, I think Ethan just touched on it, especially the skating. For me too, I would say mostly my explosion, my first steps. That's what I'm really trying to improve because, like you said, the game is getting faster, and to get to the next level, you gotta be able to skate at the same speed level of all the other guys. So I think that's the major aspect I need to improve for my game.
Yeah, for me, since I'm mostly like an offensive D-man, I want to make my D-zone coverage on my defensive side better, so I can be on every power play and PK, so I can be like a 200-foot D-man. So that's what I'm trying to improve each summer, each winter.
And for all you guys, can you guys bring us back to your first Q goal? And do you still have the puck?
Yeah, for me, my first Q goal was in my first game. It was in Rouyn-Noranda. We had the bus trip there, and morning skate. Something was really funny. I think morning skate, first morning skate of my first Q game, I had a puck in the face, so I had like 4 or 5 stitches, and like the guys were kind of chirping me because I was playing with a tape on my face and everything. So and one guy just came at me and said like, "You got a puck in the face, now you need to put it in the net." So that's something that happened that night, first shift. Actually, was my second. Like I had like a 5 or 10 second shift. We went on the PK, and after that, killed that and scored it on my first real shift. So it's always nice to get that first one early and get it out of the way. Just after that, playing your game and just try to get more and more. But yeah, I still have the puck. My grandparents and my family gave me like a kind of a box. Like before the year, just for when I get it, so it's in there right now, so it's pretty nice.
Awesome.
For me, my first goal was in my second game. It was our home opener in Halifax, and it was a pretty tight game, I would say. It was 2-2 around the end of the third, and I was in front of the net. One of our defensemen shoot a puck, hit the goalie, and the rebound came up on my stick, and I just put it in on my back, and at the moment it didn't feel real because it was the first time I was playing in front of that many fans. I mean, I think it was around 8,000, and the crowd was very loud, and I was so hyped, and I still got the puck right now in my house, so it was a great moment.
Nice to get it home too.
Yeah, for me, more a couple games than Gauthier and Mathieu. It was when Guillefleur put like his number in the Quebec rink, so it was like 10,000 fans waiting for the Guillefleur's ceremony. So yeah, I remember like it was yesterday. Burgo put the puck in between his legs, did a deal, and give it to me like in the second wave, and I just shot without looking at the net, and it went in. So I think that was one of my best moments this year after winning the President Cup. So yeah, I remember like if it's yesterday, and I still have the puck beside my bed.
All right. If you were having a dream dinner party and you could invite 3 famous people, dead or alive, who do you want to bring to your party?
Oh boy, that's a good one. I would probably go with Tom Brady. I'm a big fan of him. I don't know, every Super Bowl, I'm not a big fan of football, I'd say, but every playoffs I follow that a lot, and I just love the way he's like calm on the field, and I just love watching him. I'd probably say Brady Tkachuk. Obviously, he's my favorite player. He's the guy I love looking, and I think he looks like a fun guy. You look him around the social medias and stuff like that. You saw him in the playoffs in Calgary last year. He looks like a character, like a good person, a good teammate, or whatever. So obviously he would be pretty nice. And I would say Tiger Woods. I don't know. He's an awesome golf player, and I just love to watch him play. So yeah.
Okay.
For me, I'd say Mario Lemieux. Obviously, when I was younger, he was my favorite player. Even though I never really watch him in person, but I always had his number 66 in my summer years, hockey years. So it would be someone I would really like to bring. I would also say Terry Fox, just to know what was going on through his mind during his whole path across Canada, and how like he dealt with all the obviously his cancer and his leg like missing, and I would also bring Michael Johnson, not Michael, Michael Jordan, because he's a really good athlete, and I think he might be one of the greatest athletes of all time. So,
okay, those are all good choices. And Matt, really shocking that we've never had Terry Fox as an answer, and that's a great answer. Great answer.
Yeah, because he grew up 20 minutes from our house.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I'll bring Cal McCarr for sure. He's the guy I'm looking to each game when he plays playoff and during the season. So, yeah, I would like to have him sitting next to me at the dinner. If not, I'll bring Tiger Wood. I would love to hear stories of him, all his career, how it went, his back, and all the stories we heard at the TV and the news. And to finish, I'll bring Patrick Mahomes. I think he's the guy I look for in the NFL playoff, and not the guy that watch each game during the season, but Super Bowl always there with French fries and chicken wings. So I'll definitely eat with me.
Okay, I always go with.
That's awesome.
I always go with Tupac. Seth Rogen would be my comedian, and then maybe Paulina Gretzky to look at.
And this one's for Matt. So obviously played on a stacked roster this year in Halifax. Lots of NHL prospects. What was it like playing with all those guys, and did you learn a lot?
Yeah, like you said, our team was stacked, and there was a lot of good players, especially offensively. And well, I think at the end of the year, playing with Dume and Desnoyers, I learned a lot of things, especially from Desnoyers, since it was his, I think it was his fourth year in the league. So his third year actually, but he was was playing on his 19-year-old. But obviously, he was a really good leader, and it's a really good player. He plays on both sides of the rink, and I think that's another player I could probably watch to improve my game, and especially also with playing with Jordan. I think a really good playmaker and a good scorer. So it was a lot of good things to learn from these guys.
And for Jordan, obviously first year in the league and making it to Memorial Cup. Bring us back to that Memorial Cup, and what was it like playing there? And a couple of our favorite guests, Bourgault and Maverick Bourque, also on that team.
So yeah, it was. I think it was one of my best year I could ask for. Winning that President Cup at 16 years old, it was awesome. Having Maverick Bourque and Bourgault now we roam each day. I think it was the most important thing, and I think that was the key of our success. He was the guy who everybody was looking for. He was the guy who was always professional on ice and off the ice. He played in the NHL. He went in the A last year, so he knows how the NHL guys work out in the gym, work on the ice. So he was the guy everybody was looking at. And the Memorial Cup, I think we're exhausted though, but it was amazing. Like the crowd, the fan playing against the O and the WHL, it was amazing. That at the end, that's not what we wanted, but I think the experience that we gained being there was something like I needed for the next years.
100%. And Ethan, obviously dad being an NHL vet, Dennis Gauthier, did you obviously he's taught you a lot on and off the ice, and you touched on it a bit about your brother coming over with you to Sherbrooke. Was there any Gauthier from Gauthier goals this year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, having my dad around is something real special. It's a tool that not a lot of guys of our age have. Growing up, I mean, he lived it. He knows exactly what it takes to get to the next level. He knows the game. I mean, he's in hockey since he retired in 2009. He just keep working with Drummondville. He just loves hockey. He's working at Sports Channel right now in RDS, like the French TSN. So he's been around hockey his whole life. So everything he taught us when we were younger, every details, how to be an athlete, how to eat well, how to sleep well, everything is little details that he gave us when we were younger that helped us all the way to where we are right now, to me and my brother. And I mean, it's like I said earlier, it's a special moment for our family having me and my brother together in Sherbrooke. And I think against Halifax, against Mathieu, it was our first Gauthier to Gauthier goal. It was pretty special, actually. It was kind of hard to believe at first that I still remember our first game together, just after our first shift together on the ice, just coming back on the benches, like looking at like each another and just starting laughing. Like it was kind of unreal. We didn't know what was going on, but it was such a special moment for us. So like I said, our next year together, it's probably going to be our last one. So we just want to enjoy it the most as possible and hopefully try to win a cup next year.
Yeah. If a lot of teams do the whole rookie initiation thing, if you had to sing one karaoke song, what song are you singing?
We did actually the Rookie Idol on the bus, and I had Party in the USA. It's kind of a fun song, I think, for the boys, and it kind of get hyped in there, so it was pretty nice.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing for me. We had all the rookies had to sing in the bus in front of the coaches and the staff. So for me, my song was "Country Roads" by John Denver. It was a pretty funny moment, especially since all of us didn't know how to sing. So it was hilarious.
Same thing as me. We did our rookie idol when we came back from our maritime trip, and the song I chose was a French one. On va s'aimer encore. I think it's a classic one for us Quebecers. So that's the song I chose.
Okay. And for all three of you guys, any pregame rituals or routines?
For me, I don't have pregame stuff going on. I mean, I have my little routine in the warm up passing routine with my brother, or like my two first laps. It's always on the right side of the net, just like shooting pucks going on my right side. But other than that, I have nothing really crazy of a routine or something.
For me, I think it's mostly doing the same warm up, the same exercise, and at the same place at the same time every night. And I think like one of my rituals is to have my sticks beside me before going on the ice. And other than that, there's nothing really crazy. It's pretty, I'd say, normal.
Yeah, me too. I don't have like a big ritual thing, but like I always do the same warm up for game. I always take my stick. I put always like, for example, my left skate for my right skate, my left glove for my right. And yeah, usually having my stick on my left each game, and just doing the same thing each game.
And this one's also for all three of you guys. I want to congratulate you guys on the U18 Helinka Gretzky Champs. Bring us back to that tournament. Just tell us a little bit about the tournament, and obviously what it's like putting on that maple leaf and representing our country.
And good guy Barlow's on that team, so tell us a story about him too.
First of all, thank you. I mean, it was a real great experience there in Red Deer in Calgary. It was a pretty long 3 weeks. I mean, going there for the camp in Calgary, we had 4 days, I think. Like, it was a long way before the tournament, but I mean, every single day we were there, we learned something different. And it's not always about being the best hockey player in like around Team Canada. It's being a good person too, being a good teammate, being a good person around, like with the staff and everyone. Just a lot of people think it's always just like a hockey thing, but there's also persons there. So for me, like just being there with all those guys was something unreal. I mean, every guy there, I didn't see one guy like thinking selfish, thinking like playing for himself. Like everyone was there for the same thing. They accepted the role. Everyone wanted to win, and I think that's a big part of our success there. So I mean, for me, it was such a great experience, and it's a lot of things that I learned there that I can bring back to Sherbrooke next year. And to answer your question, I mean, Barlow is a real good guy. I mean, I loved him so much. He's pretty funny, actually. It's one of the guys that I talked a lot with him, and it's just he's a funny guy. He has a lot of stories to tell, and he's a good teammate too. So it was real nice there.
And yeah, Ethan, you had a hell of a tournament there too, man. Thanks again for leading Canada in goals.
Yeah. Obviously, I've never been a big goal scorer. I mean, I've always been more like a playmaker. But obviously, filling up the net was pretty awesome. I mean, starting off the tournament with the hat trick against Switzerland was obviously really good for confidence, and like going through the tournament, starting off the tournament with that was something to build on every game. And I mean, I didn't change the way I play to try to score goals there. I think I just played the same exact way that I played my identity, just work hard, like forecheck. I'm a guy that loves to finish his hits, so I think just doing that every day, every shift was something that helped me and my teammates create space on the ice, and I think 4 of my 6 goals I scored was in front of the net. So, like I said, I didn't change my identity. It's just going in front of the net, going into traffic, and good things went on for me. So it was nice.
Yeah, I think Ethan said a lot about the experience, how it went, and for me, I think it was a dream come true winning the Maple Leaf internationally and winning the gold. So it was a really good experience and something I will always remember forever. That's for sure. And I think I learned a lot of things from there personally, and I think it's something I can look forward to for the next years. Oh, and also shout out to Barlow for being our team DJ. Really good music, by the way.
All right, there you go. That's some dirt I got for him. Not dirt, but you know what I mean. Something to chirp him about.
Yeah. So yeah, for me that was an amazing experience. I think since I'm a kid, I watch Team Canada each winter, like at the TV. I think it's a dream since I'm young. My room is decorated in Canada, so winning a goal with that logo on my chest, I think that's the thing I wanted since I was 3 years old. So it was just a dream come true, like Cat, and it was an experience. It was a great experience with great people, great teammate. I think our relationship now in that room was the key of our success this tournament. So I think that was the reason we won the gold medal.
Do you have a favorite sports movie?
What's that?
Do you have a favorite sports movie?
I think I have a classic. I think Miracle on Ice is just a movie, like one of the sports movie I've watched, and ever since I watched it the first time, it's always special to watch it again. I think it never gets too old, so it's nice. I love it.
I was going to say the same thing, but if I could choose another one, I don't really remember the name, but I know it's about a football player that got adopted in a family.
Oh, Blindside. Blindside.
That's it. Yeah, Blindside. I think it's a real good movie, and other than Miracle on Ice, I'd say my favorite one.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah, for me, I'll go with Slapshot. I think it's a hockey movie that's pretty fun. Each time I watch it, even if it's doing 5 times, I'll laugh at each joke being made. So that's the movie that I like the most.
And I know all you guys are super skilled. Have any of you guys tried or pulled off the Michigan or lacrosse goal yet? I know we saw Kent Johnson pull it off yesterday.
I did try it once this year. I think it didn't go very well. I had it like 2 or 3 times in practice. I just love like doing it in the practice just for fun. And I remember though I did it. I pulled it off midget AAA in the camp in Quebec. I think I had it turn around, but I put it in the goalie's gloves. But the move was done everything. So I think it's a move that I want to score in my junior career for sure.
I almost feel like it's got to be done on. You got to scoop it onto the blocker side as opposed to the glove hand.
Yeah, but as a righty, you're most of the times you go on the glove side,
right.
so it's obviously harder on that side.
I'm a righty too. I always try it.
Yeah, the same thing for me. I mean, I never really tried it in a real game, but obviously, always having some fun trying to pull it off during practice. Got it a couple of times, but with no pressure, it's more easier. So, like Ethan said, that's a goal that I would like to score during my career. That's for sure.
Yeah, so I think for me, I haven't done it in a game, but I think at the end of the practice, when there's no goalie and no player on the ice, it's pretty easy. So that's when I try it. For sure, I would love to do it in the game, and that would be awesome.
I feel like Makar is going to be the first D-man to do it.
Yeah, he has the skills to do it, that's for sure.
Ryan?
Yeah, I'm here. I just...
Okay, you got one or what? You want me to go?
No, I had to get a water. Yes. You go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Hit you with the draft question. If you were an animal, what would you be?
Oh boy. That's a good one, actually. I think it's just a classic Lion. I think I'm the kind of guy that that just gives all out every day and loves chasing and being gritty, going hard, and just I kind of guy that likes running around and finish my head. So it kind of makes me think about a lion just charging animals and just going all out every day.
For me, I'd say a horse. I think it's always working hard and always, like I said, working out and giving its maximum, especially during horse races or competition where they need to jump over obstacles. So, I would say I would compare myself to a horse.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, I would love to be a cheetah. I think that's one of the fastest animals, like living there. So I think being faster than everyone, I think it's pretty cool. So that's the animal I would love to be.
Yeah, we always ask that question because I use the answer that I always choose. I'm a dolphin, right? I'd be a dolphin because I look like a dolphin. I got a beak and a no hair.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it works. And they're nice people until they become an asshole.
Yeah.
And what would you guys say your favorite Gato color is? And black or white stick tape?
My favorite Gatorade would be the blue, I think. Yeah, and for tape, I switch a lot, actually. I don't know. I've been on black tape a lot in my last year, but I don't know. I like changing. Once I'm in a slump, sometimes I love to think it's a tape job, but even if it's not, it's just make something different. Feel some like sometimes just think you feel different or whatever. So I think mostly black, but I used to switch sometimes.
For me, I think my favorite Gatorade is the yellow one. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but I really like the lemon taste in it. And for the tape jobs, I'd say kind of a bit like Ethan. I usually use white or black. I don't really mind either. It's just that, like you said, when I'm in a slump, I think just like him, it's because of the tape, and I need to switch something to get me going. So that's when I change color.
The yellow one's underrated.
Yeah, for me, my favorite Gatorade is the white one, the Frost White. Yeah, that's my favorite one. And for the tape, the same thing at the two other boys. It depends on how I feel. If I have the white tape and I score and make points and my games are going well, I keep it. And when it started to go bad, I just change to black and go back and forth.
Okay.
Hey, fellas, I just want to thank you guys all very much for taking the time for us today and coming on and chatting with us. Obviously, you guys know we're big fans of you guys. We're big fans of Hockey Canada, and we wish you guys best of luck in your guys' future. Obviously, you guys have fans in us for life.
Yeah, we're going to be watching you going forward and keeping an eye on you and tracking your guys' careers. So we'd love to have you back on down the road.
Thank you. We appreciate it.